Hi, this is Lisa and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be working on medicine boots, and I have some matching bell boots here. My goal in making these was to make them as easy for you to make and so that they look as realistic as possible. The first thing you need to do is print out the pattern, and you'll find the link for this below, and it is a free pattern. And you can check, if you print in 100% scale, this will measure 2 inches. Now you can use the scaling from my other patterns. It'll tell you how to put them down to different size models. I've also included what logos should look like if we're going to use them. Now, obviously you can find them online or whatever, but this is just so you know what size to use them. And I've included a left and a right so you know which is which. The bell boots are the same. For this project, we're going to use some Velcro thin clear fasteners, and I put a link below on where to find these from Amazon. And this is very nice, it's thin, and we're only going to use the hook side. We're not going to be using the fuzzy side, because what I found when you put it on here, it doesn't stick properly and it doesn't look very nice on here. So we're just going to use the hook side. Next, we're going to need some felt. And you're going to take the hook side and make sure that the Velcro sticks to the felt. Now, it doesn't stick amazingly, and I've tested all sorts of things. However, it looks a lot better, and a little bit of sticky wax will make sure the ends stay down. I find this is the nicest look. So I'm going to cut out these 4 paper patterns. And before you cut it out, we're going to test it on the model. This part right here is going to go around the ankle. And what you're going to want to make sure is that there's a little bit of an overlap and it's not too long. So this is going to go underneath a little. This part needs to be below the knees. And if you're doing it on the back feet, same thing. And you'll find the back legs need a lot more length. So whatever you decide, you can adjust this piece, either making it taller or shorter and wider in either of those directions. It's the same with a bell boot. You want to make sure it just meets in the middle and that it's not too long. You may have to trim the back, or you may have to make it thinner. Adjust it before you cut them out. By the way, this fabric I picked up at Michael's. Once you've determined your pattern, made any adjustments, tape them down to your fabric with the fabric right side up, and then cut them out. So you're going to need some thin cotton, just any cotton will do. And this is for your tabs. It can be the same color or slightly different, but we're not going to be using the felt for this. We are going to be using cotton. Now for the boots, I'm going to measure 1 inch long piece of this Velcro, and I'm going to do that twice, one for the left and one for the right. And for the bell boots, each one's going to need a piece 5/8 of an inch long. You should have 2 at 1 inch long and 2 at 5/8 inches long if you're doing the bell boots. Then you're going to peel that off and tape that down to the wrong side of your cotton fabric. And we're going to push that down to make sure it is well stuck. And you can see it, the Velcro changes color when it's stuck. And you should have 4 of these. First, I'm going to cut out this 1 inch piece, and we're going to work on those boots. And I'm going to cut very close to the edge. Got the Velcro side and the fabric side. So on the Velcro side, this just happens to be 2 centimeters across. So I'm just on each end going to mark 1/2 centimeter to divide this into 4 on both sides, to give me 4 strips. And with that, I can cut the 4 strips out. If you connect those lines, it's easier to cut out the strips. Now with my pattern back on there, these 3 little markings will show where the ends of these should be. And for this, I'm going to use Uhu glue. You can use that, or you can use a good strong fabric glue, but this seems to work the best for me. These strips, you have the Velcro side and the fabric side. I'm going to apply a bit of glue to the end of the Velcro side, and I want to put that nicely lined up where this line would be. Oops, it's moving. Then I'm going to do that with 2 more to meet the other 2 tabs. And that is what it should look like. Make sure they're as even as possible. Of course, the better work you do at cutting out the strips, the nicer it'll look. And then we're going to take the last one, apply the same amount of glue to the Velcro side again. And we're going to put that on the end of this tab, like that. Now, if you're doing the bell boots, we're going to cut out another tab about the same width, and it's going to be the 5/8 long. When you're placing it on the bell boot, the right is placed on one side and the left on the other. And I'm just going to place this half and half, so half would be on this side, and when it glues to the other side or Velcros to the other side, half will be on the other side. You see, when it goes on a real horse, you don't want them to be able to hit that and take it off. So the open side is this side. So it's different on both. Again, on the model, you don't see it as much the way we're doing it, but that's the way it should be. Now, if you want to use a logo, you can find one online, and then you can cut them out. This is the size you want them. You can use the ones that I have right here. Of course, the more time you spend and the neater you cut them out, the nicer they're gonna look. So for this step, what I'm going to be using is Mod Podge. To do this, I've applied a little Mod Podge to the tab, and then I'm going to put the logo on top, and then just Mod Podge on top as well. Make sure I have it straight. For the bell boot, I'm going to put it right in the middle. Just put a little Mod Podge down, make sure I have it right side up. Center it right in the middle. Make sure I have it in the right spot. And a little Mod Podge on top. And then I'm just going to let all of that dry fully. So to put these on, this round section goes to the back, wraps around the horse's leg. We'll do up the top one first, and the other two. And then this piece right here goes under and then up. I'll show you that in a second, because this is the support, and I didn't do a great job showing there. I'll just try to do that again. Fold it under, that goes under, and then on the other side, you can trim these if you want, where they're not needed. This one might need to be a little smaller. And because of our scale, the size we're using, Velcro does not stick that wonderfully. So depending on the Velcro you have and your felt, you may need to add a tiny bit of sticky wax right there. And there we go. Put on the bell boots, we just wrap it around and connect it in the middle, and it should meet half and half, like this. And if there's any sticking down the bottom, like I have here, then I am just going to trim this a little. And I knew ahead of time, but I just wanted to show you here that to trim it a little depending on your model. And there it is on. The logo should be in the center. And there we go. So there we go. The model's all ready to be shown, and I hope you enjoyed this. Please post some of your pictures on my Facebook group and check out these other videos coming up shown here.